time, please stand for the playing of our National Anthem, performed by Annabella Cavadas, Anna Sagnella, and Charlotte Stover. Please take your seats. Good evening, families, friends, teachers, and the students who are about to graduate from Hampton High School. On behalf of the entire staff, we are so glad you are here for tonight's graduation. I'm Eric Jackson, the school's principal, and I'm incredibly happy and proud to welcome you all to the 2026 Hampton High School graduation ceremony. As each and every student has worked tremendously hard to achieve this accomplishment, we ask you to please take a moment to silence your phones and refrain from using any noisemakers in order to hear each name of the upcoming graduates. Please join me in thanking some key people who have made this evening possible. Ms. Kate Socha, Ms. Carmela Rosamando Heiss, and our band and orchestra students for providing our music this evening. Our class advisors for the class of 2026, Mrs. Danielle Gentile and Mr. Michael Sabula, who are working with our class officers and arranging wonderful senior class events and announcing all the names tonight. Our maintenance and custodial staff are setting up our graduation ceremony so well. And Mrs. Lisa Dyer, Mrs. Steve Johnson, and Mrs. Emily McLean for their respective contributions in organizing and preparing this wonderful event. Please welcome the following town and district leaders and dignitaries. Mr. Adam Sendroff, our mayor. Mrs. Melissa Kaplan, our Board of Education Secretary. Our Hampton Board of Education and Legislative Council members. Mr. Gary Highsmith, Superintendent of Hampton Public Schools. Mrs. Erin Bailey, Assistant Superintendent of Hampton Public Schools. From the Hampton High School Administration Team, Mrs. Lisa Dyer, Mrs. Amanda Fortucci, Mrs. Melissa Richardson, and Mrs. Tegan Willis. At this time, please please join me in welcoming the Town of Hamden's Mayor, Mr. Adam Sandroff.
Thank you, Principal Jackson. Good evening, everybody, and greetings from the Hamden High class of 1989. A big congratulations to the class of 2026. You've worked hard to get to this point, and you are now about to cross an important threshold to the next chapter of your lives. Congratulations as well to your parents, grandparents, families, guardians, and friends who have supported you along the way and helped get you here. Hamden High is a special place. My graduating class produced quite a few people who entered public service, including students who went on to become teachers, principals, police officers, firefighters, state reps, legislative council and board of education members, mayors, 2 of them, as well as judges. I want to give a shout out to one of those judges who was in the news this week. On Monday, Governor Lamont nominated Melanie Cradle from the class of '89, yes, to be a justice on the Connecticut State Supreme Court, which is amazing. And when Judge Cradle is confirmed, she will be the first Black woman to serve on Connecticut's highest court. So from Hamden High all the way to the State Supreme Court, Judge Cradle is at Hamden High making history and making a difference. I've always believed that beginning in kindergarten, socialization is just as important as academics and is half of the whole education. Learning how to interact with others, observing the golden rule, treating others the way you'd like to be treated, having the ability to see things from other perspectives are not only important human traits, but are essential for building community, building trust, and becoming responsible citizens. The labor leader Albert Shanker once said, Americans have always seen public schools as places where children from various groups would learn to live together and value each other, and where they would become acquainted with a common civic culture. I think Hamden High is the epitome of that sentiment. It was true when I graduated in 1989, and is even truer now for the class of 2026. You would be hard-pressed to find a more diverse high school in Connecticut or the country, and we're diverse in every conceivable way, economically, ethnically, culturally, among many others. And you are all united in your shared experience of walking these halls the past 4 years. And with that experience, you have intuitively learned how to communicate and to work with those who have different backgrounds from you. That experience leads to understanding, compassion, and empathy, which helps you become fair and just individuals. You are more likely to see beyond differences and value each other's common humanity, to see each other clearly and treat each other with respect and dignity. As teenagers making sense of the world, and as students working towards your future, and as citizens, this is a gift. I hope that you're proud you're graduating from such a special school that has uniquely prepared you for whatever comes next. I'm grateful that my 2 daughters graduated from Hamden High, and I know that going to such a diverse high school helped me navigate a large state university, a career in the international business world, and later the community work I've done on the Board of Education, at the Keith Community Center, and as mayor. The emotional intelligence, active listening skills, and ability to work with diverse groups of people that you have developed here will serve you well in whatever fields you pursue. James Garfield, the 20th President of the United States, said, "Next in importance to freedom and justice is popular education, without which neither justice and freedom can be permanently maintained." So I look forward to the class of 2026 going out into the world with your Hamden High diplomas, with your Hamden High experience, with your Hamden High understanding of citizenship, and with your Hamden High sense of community to maintain justice and freedom for us all. The story of 2026 is not yet written. You have unlimited potential and possibilities, so go out there and make a difference. Congratulations and best of luck.
Let's give a warm welcome to Mrs. Melissa Kaplan, Secretary of the Hamden School Board of Education.
Dear Hamden High School Class 2026, congratulations on your perseverance and achievements, not just in the classroom, but on the sports field, tennis courts, and swimming pool, and in the orchestra and stage. And for anyone who has ever stepped inside the halls of Hampton High School knows that in this community, we get through good times and hard times together. And when you're challenged, you kept all the noise at bay, and you kept on going. This right here is proof that you already have it within you. You've already been tested. You already kept going. You broke through it all here today, and you've earned your place in this graduating class. We're all counting on you. In this moment, we have never been in a greater need of a generation of thinkers, of doers, of change makers than we are right now. Young people who care about themselves, but also care about their neighbors, their communities, the world. There is simply too much at stake for us not to care. Every single one of us here today has the power to have a profound impact on the world around us. A high school is a city of ideas, and we're grateful that you became citizens of this city. Whether you're going on to a university, a community college, a technical school, the military, or starting a new job, by being here today, you've added something to the conversation that this city runs on, the way the body runs on breath. Each of you is a spark that's added something to our little flame. I hope you learned what you came here for and what you didn't. If you're lucky, you fell in love here. And if you're really lucky, you had your heart broken, because that made you a deeper person and maybe forced you to find true lifelong friends to lean on. You have a gift within you already. You just have to discover it. I'm here to encourage you to find that dream and then chase it. Think about something you're passionate about, that excites you, fuels you, challenges you, and then just follow that path. You can evolve again and again as long as you keep chasing what sets your soul on fire. But as you chase your dreams, don't forget from where you came from, and don't forget the people that helped you get there. Be bold, be kind, be relentless, live with purpose, give back, honor your roots, chase your dream, and don't be afraid to rewrite the script as you go. To the Hampton class of 2026, I wish you joy. I wish you health, happiness, and success. I wish you a roof, 4 walls, a floor, and someone in your life that you care about more than you care about yourself. Someone who makes you start saying we before you used to say I, and us where you used to say me. I wish you everlasting friendship and colleagues that inspire you as much as you inspire them. So on this day of celebration and hope, I want to impart one last point. May you leave us more curious and open-minded about your fellow citizens than when you showed up. It is a true honor to celebrate the class of 2026 at Hampton High School. You are the next generation of thinkers, change makers, and leaders who will guide us through the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. As graduates, you have already proven your strength and your ability to persevere. The world is waiting for you. Go get them. Congratulations.
Please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Gary Highsmith.
For real? I was weak. I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna introduce myself. There's gonna be a better response from the crowd. Okay? Next person up, Superintendent Gary Highsmith. Good. Now I feel better. You were messing with my self-esteem for a minute. So it's a beautiful evening right now. The weather is perfect. The graduates look amazing. And the crowd is amped up and ready to go. Or are you really amped up and ready to go? Still kind of weak. So here's what we're going to do. So I need this to feel like a graduation. Right now I feel like I'm in a library and I have to be quiet. The purpose of a graduation graduation is to celebrate, so let's try doing this. I'm gonna count to 3. And when I get to 3, I want everybody in the crowd to yell out, "I love you," and then the name of your graduate. Okay? Okay, I didn't say go nice. Always one in the crowd. I didn't say it. I didn't count to 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Now you got the energy that we need for graduation. So, all right, calm down. It's all good now. So I'm finished. We're done. We're done. So I just have a few remarks I want to make, and then I'm going to sit down. First, I want to encourage every graduate to spend more time using their human intelligence and their emotional intelligence than their artificial intelligence. Human intelligence connects us to the human heart and helps us decide just how we're going to treat people. There's no algorithm more important than the one that's in the human brain that we use every day. So I would encourage you to make decisions that show empathy, kindness, compassion, and care and love. This class is special to me because I became superintendent when you all started here at Hampton High School in your freshman year. I've been superintendent long enough to see you graduate and become outstanding young people, and I'm very proud of you. This is an incredibly bright, caring, hardworking, and thoughtful group of young people who walk across the stage today, and they'll be walking into another phase of their lives. I encourage you to choose your friends wisely. There is a saying that goes, "Show me who you're with, and I'll show you who you are." When I was principal of the high school years ago, my speech at graduation would talk about students. There's over 5,000 now, so I can't do that. So today, I thought what I would do is to read to you some words written by one of our graduates here today, because she says it much better than I could say it. And it goes like this. One of the biggest challenges I faced was getting caught up with the wrong crowd. I wanted acceptance and friendship, but some of the people I surrounded myself with influenced me in ways that were not positive. Instead of helping me grow, those relationships often encouraged choices that led me down the wrong path. As a result, I found myself in situations that created conflict, affected my education, and made it harder for me to focus on my future. It often felt like I was rebuilding my confidence from the ground up. Yet, through every change, I learned resilience. I learned how to keep moving forward even when circumstances were uncomfortable or uncertain. As I look toward the future, I carry these lessons with me. I know there will be new challenges ahead, but I also know that I have already overcome obstacles I once thought were impossible. My story is not about perfection. It is about growth. It is about falling, learning, getting back up, and continuing forward. After everything I've been through, I'm still here, still growing, still working toward the future I deserve. Those are the words of graduating senior Kamora Smith, and there's nothing left for me to say except that I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for your remarks, Superintendent Highsmith. We will now hear from our salutatorian. It is my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2026, Dylan Groff.
That wasn't supposed to happen until later. Alright, everyone, look at me and smile, okay? evening, faculty, staff, families, friends, and of course, my fellow graduates. I hope everyone's doing well. It is graduation, so it kind of sucks if you weren't doing well. My name is Dylan Groff. I'm the Salutatorian of the class of 2026, and that means I get to talk up here for a few minutes. Funnily enough, five years ago, I was here watching my sister graduate, and she was also salutatorian. I don't know what the odds of that are. I remember her speech was pretty good, so I spent the last 5 years preparing this speech as my response. I'm just kidding, I wrote this last week. Class of 2026, I want you to take a moment to think back. Try to remember the first day you stepped into the school as a tiny little freshman. Walking through the doors for the first time, probably setting off the metal detectors once or twice, and then trying to figure out where all of your classes were. Back then, this place felt much bigger than it does now. Especially after 4 years of walking behind slow people in the hallway. But the truth is, the reason this place feels small now is because we've all grown so much as people during our time at Hamden High. Not only have we mastered polynomial division and the analysis of 18th century poems, which are very useful life skills, but we've learned how to become better human beings. We've supported each other, we've overcome challenges, and we've learned from our mistakes. Let tonight be a celebration of that growth, of our brilliant moments and our blunders, our victories and our losses, our happiest and most stressed moments alike. Through it all, we've persisted. Before I continue, there are many people I need to thank. My parents for everything they've done for me, my brother and sister, who've been the best role models, my friends for making high school bearable and sometimes even fun, and the many amazing teachers I've had who helped me grow as a student and a person. Without all of you, I would not be who I am today. At this point, you might be expecting some kind of answer about what comes next. Well, if I were just some random guy, I'd say, I don't know, why are you asking me? But as the salutatorian of the class of 2026, I say, I don't know. Why are you asking me? Because just as you can never trust the bells to ring properly at Hamden High, you can never trust your future to unfold exactly as you expected. Whatever your plans are, I can guarantee that your life will change in ways you would never imagine. But that's okay. None of us have all of the answers right now, and we're not supposed to. 4 years ago, none of us knew exactly who we would be today, and 4 years from now, we'll probably be able to say the exact same thing again. The rest of our stories are still unwritten. So to leave you all with one final piece of advice, whatever life throws at you, find what you truly value. Not what you just think you value or what society values, but the experiences that truly make you feel fulfilled and joyful. Then try your absolute hardest to make your story all about that. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026. It is now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2026, Susan Ash.
The world is a terrible place. Right now, somewhere in the world, people face widespread poverty, the horrors of war, and systemic inequalities. But in a time fraught with many challenges, let this celebration be a place of hope. And let all those here do what they can to make the world just a little bit better. For the last 4 years, we've been confined within the walls of Hamden High School. That's not necessarily a Our hallways create one continuous loop. It may seem as though you can walk around in endless circles, but I can guarantee you that our halls are never exactly the same twice. There may be times in life when you feel like you are walking around in circles, but like our hallways, the same path may lead you to two different destinations, and the people who you see along the way will never be the same twice. The adults within our building represent continuity. Our teachers, for the most part, teach the same classes each year, starting over from the beginning with a new group of students annually. This continuity helps students to thrive, both because they can know what to expect and because our teachers become masters of the classes and subjects that they teach. The courtyard lies at the center of our building and is representative of how in an otherwise busy and work-oriented building, it is important to go outside and take time to relax. That tranquility can and does live within the industriousness of our school's walls. I hope that over the past 4 years, every student here has had the chance to spend time in the courtyard, whether that means participating in Chalk Fest or Multicultural Day, doing work outside with the class, or just walking through during passing time. Wherever you choose to go next, I hope that you can find a space like our courtyard where you can relax away from the demands of everyday life. Our student body comes together to represent change, growth, and continual modernity, as well as the importance of diversity. While the teachers, building, activities, and clubs may stay essentially constant for decades, the students are only here for 4 years. In those 4 years, we have the chance to meet people, many of which have different perspectives, opinions, and life experiences from our own. As Hamden High School students, we thrive among this diversity, leveraging our differences to make us more accepting and more informed. Moving forward, I hope that you all continue to seek out new people, accept them for who they are, and use these relationships to facilitate learning. Each and every aspect of our building is designed to facilitate the growth of its students. But that being said, as we leave its sheltering walls and move on to the next chapter of our lives, our quest for knowledge and individual growth cannot end. No matter what walk of life you are in right now, you have grown from who you were 4 years ago, yet you are still in the process of learning and becoming the best version of yourself. As Albert Einstein said, wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Our class of 2026 graduates are taking numerous paths after graduating. Some will attend college, tech school, join the military, take a gap year, or join the workforce. We are future business owners, doctors, scientists, lawyers, educators, artists, engineers, and writers. Everyone here has the potential to change the world, or at least change someone's world. All I ask of you is that you make the decision to change it for the better. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce the class president for the class of 2026, Solani Lazaro. Good evening, families, friends, faculty, staff, administrators, and most importantly, the class of 2026. It is an incredible honor to stand before you tonight as senior class president. One of the things I'll always admire most about the class of 2026 is our diversity. We come from different cultures, experiences, and beliefs, yet instead of letting those things divide us, this has become one of our greatest strengths. We listen to one another, learn from one another, and have built a community where people feel seen and supported.
In a world that often feels divided, our class showed that unity is still possible. Never underestimate the difference you can make by simply choosing kindness. As you leave tonight, I hope you take a little piece of Hamden with you wherever life leads you. Take the accepting part. Take the supportive part. Take the part that welcomes others. If our class has taught me anything, it's that people don't have to be exactly like you for them to matter to you. When I think about these last 4 years, I won't just remember the big moments. I'll remember the conversations in the hallways, the month without bells that somehow made school feel a little bit more peaceful, decorating the school for homecoming, and the senior prank that reminded us that we are still just kids making the most out of our last moments together. These are the moments that make Hampton High feel like home. People always talk about leaving a legacy, and I believe our class has. The class of 2026 brought life back into the hallways of Hampton High School, and you can see it everywhere. And our athletes who gave everything on the fields, court, track, and our musicians and artists who filled the school with creativity. Our clubs, our volunteer work, our spirit weeks, and even the small moments when someone simply chose kindness. What makes me proud isn't just that we're talented, although we definitely are. It is that together we created a community where people felt seen, supported, and accepted. It is the legacy that I hope people remember long after we've graduated. One of the greatest gifts these 4 years have given me is the opportunity to be a part of the track team. Track became so much more than a sport. It helped build my self-confidence. It strengthens me mentally. Track often mirrors life. Every race begins at the same starting line, but no two runners finish the same way. Some races are smooth, while others push you further than you ever thought you can go. To my coaches and teammates, thank you for believing in me and helping me become stronger than I ever thought I could be. To our parents, guardians, families, teachers, and everyone who supported us along the way, thank you. Thank you for every early morning, every car ride to practice, every performance attended, every late night homework session, every pep talk, every hug after a difficult day, and every time you believed in us before we believed in ourselves. None of us got here alone. And class of 2026, I don't know where each of us will be in 5 years from now. Some of us will still be in school. Some will already be working. Some will move across the country, and some may stay local. But wherever life takes you, remember this: you matter, not just because of your GPA, not because of the college or career path you chose, not because of your job title or how much money you make. You matter because of the person you chose to be and the way that you treat others. I'd like to leave you with a verse that has always inspired me. Matthew 5:14 through 16 says, "You are the light of the world. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." As we leave this place, don't hide who you are. Be kind, be courageous, be the person who makes someone else feel like they belong. Be the light. Finally, thank you. Thank you for making these last 4 years some of the best years of my life. Thank you for every laugh, every memory, every conversation in the hallway, every moment that made Hampton High School feel like home. I honestly don't know where or how I'm supposed to move on in my next chapter, knowing that I won't see any. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That I won't see any of you again next year. I'm going to miss you more than you know. To my parents and my little brother and all of my grandparents, I would like to say thank you for coming out and supporting me throughout my high school career and throughout my life. Congratulations, class of 2026. Okay, at this time, I am delighted to present Mr. Eric Jackson, the principal of Hampton High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty and guests, proud parents, and most importantly, the remarkable graduating class of 2026. As I complete my third year leading Hampton High School, I want to share how truly special the class of 2026 is to me. Over the past 3 years, I've had an opportunity to get to know many of you, both in the classroom and beyond. It's been a real pleasure to see you develop as learners, as young adults, and see you in the classrooms and on campus, to cheer you on during athletic events, applaud your artistic performances, and attend many school-wide events and celebrations. Some of the most memorable moments for me include Friday night football games, the homecoming dance, Chalk Fest, the multicultural fair, student awards night, and of course, seeing everyone looking at their very best at the prom. These are just a few of the highlights from what has been an incredibly rewarding and memorable year. Thank you, class of 2026, for all that you've brought to our school community. As we gather here today, we mark not just the end of an era, but the beginning of a new chapter in each of your lives. Graduation is a time of reflection, celebration, and anticipation. An opportunity to look back on the journey you have traveled and to eagerly embrace the path that lies ahead. As you prepare to step into the wider world beyond Hampton High School, you are faced with both uncertainty and boundless opportunity. The road ahead may be winding, filled with twists and turns you cannot predict, but it'll also be brimming with possibilities waiting for you to explore. Class of 2026, I urge you to approach the future with courage, resilience, and an unwavering sense of purpose. Embrace the challenges that come your way as opportunities for growth, and never lose sight of the values and principles that have guided you thus far. Congratulations, class of 2026. The world awaits, and I have every confidence that you will go on to achieve greatness in all that you do. Thank you.